You ate figs, you say?
No, like fig bars or something.
Oh, I learned a fun fact about figs.
Why? What?
In my Googling endeavors. I'm not even shitting you. I literally just learned this today. I told you I Google way too much. But I learned, and I don't know if this is true, because this is on one of those, like, BuzzFeed's 10 things you didn't know about your life.
Yeah, so it's definitely not researched.
But it said that in every fig there's a dead wasp.
God damn!
Get the fuck out of here.
And what happens is the wasp goes into the fig fucking flower or whatever it is before it becomes a fig, and it pollinates it, and then it dies in there, and then the fig grows around it, or it starts fucking growing with a wasp inside. I don't know the logistics, because it was like a one-sentence fact. Mm-hmm. But then the enzymes in, like, the fig fruit break down the wasp. So in order for there to be a fig, there has to be a wasp. So
but it's like a dead wasp. It's
yeah.
It's like a transformed wasp.
Into a fig.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to cut in there and find a wasp.
Yeah.
And you have to like get the wasp out. It's not like tequila with the worm.
Yeah, exactly. That's way less scary.
But you really had a wasp bar.
Oh, I'll say that now.
You had a wasp Newton.
Ooh. And it's the ones from Costco, so they're like real.
Oh.
They're like bigger and bulkier.
They would be from Costco.
Yeah, no shit. This is a fucking fig cake.
It's a wasp cake, goddammit. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to I Said Goddamn.
I said goddamn.
I'm Stacy.
I'm Erin.
Oh.
Aren't I? Did I say it wrong?
I feel like you said it in a way that was like, want to be my friend? I'm Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin.
Will you please be my friend?
I seriously considered. I was like, did I say the wrong name?
Nah, you got the name right.
Well, this is episode 19 of I Say Goddamn.
What? Tug your coffee.
Goddamn, that's some good coffee.
I'm so jealous. I want coffee too.
Is there a reason that you can't have coffee?
Let's just lead on into that. That's my goddamn for this week.
What?
She's so excited because she already knows it.
Yeah, I do.
But to all of our listeners out there, I'm fucking knocked up again.
This bitch is knocked up. That's Stacy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stacy is pregnant again. Baby number 2 on the way.
Baby number 2.
On the way.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, me too. So I decided to pull a trigger, have a second baby. I don't know what I've done, but I'm doing it.
I don't know what you've done either.
What have you done to us?
You've destroyed this friendship that existed solely on coffee and booze.
I know, that's so true. I cannot wait to have coffee and booze again. But I'm due in July sometime, so I'm like halfway there. I'm a little less than halfway there, but I can do this.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I really want beer. But
I'll
everybody,
drink one for you tonight.
Thank you. Everybody, I need some like fucking high fives because I've been recording this podcast without any kind of caffeine or anything late at night on Fridays.
That's true.
And I'm pregnant and sleepy and grumpy and grouchy, and I've been perking my ass up for you people.
Mostly.
Because because they love you.
That's true. You have. You've been a trooper, and you've come all the way to my house every time, and then almost died every time going home.
Yeah. Oh, can we just like shout out Jackie Lee for knowing that I was pregnant when I did that episode where I said my goddamn was that I like almost fucking died on the side of the freeway?
Yep.
Because I almost fainted or whatever. And then she was like, the only time that ever happened to me, I was pregnant.
I was like, oh, that's so fucking interesting.
How ironic.
Yeah.
I knew I was pregnant then.
When you had food poisoning, that one time that was your goddamn, you had food poisoning and you were all sick and stuff. Alexis was at my work and I was talking about like you and I was like, oh, she's pregnant. And she's like, oh, was that why she was sick? I was like, no.
That's what everybody has said. They were like, oh, was that just morning sickness? And I'm like, no.
That was intense morning sickness.
No, that was fucking food poisoning. That shit sucked. But I did have a lot of morning sickness at the beginning of this pregnancy, and it fucking sucked. I highly recommend Preggy Pops. Thanks,
Preggy
Katie.
Pops?
Yeah. My boss actually told me about them, and she bought me a pack. And they're like little cough drops, but for nausea.
Interesting.
Hell yeah, those bitches are amazing.
Nice. I never had morning sickness with my kid.
I didn't either with my first, but this baby always fucking me up.
Oh. I don't think I knew that you had morning sickness.
Well,
I feel like I need to know everything about you.
I'll start telling you.
Why didn't you text me when you felt nauseous in the morning?
Anyway, yeah, so I had fucking morning sickness. It sucked. I don't have it now. Now I'm just sleepy all the time. Actually, I'm in my second trimester, so then I'm like way more awake than I ever have been, and I feel pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're perking back up?
I'm perking back up. Only it's at that stage now where like if I bend over, I'm like, there's a body between me and my body. It's fucking weird.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That was weird.
Yeah. According to my app, it's the size of an avocado right now.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah. And I'm just starting to show to where you look like, all right, that bitch she's not just getting fat. She's getting pregnant.
That bitch swallowed a volleyball or something.
Yeah, someone said I look like a snake that swallowed a rat or something.
Wow,
or a
that's
ball.
very nice. Thanks, dick.
My favorite is that I get almost daily. You look exceptionally pregnant.
Oh, God. Ew. Here's some advice for everyone that wants to comment on what a pregnant lady looks like. Don't. It's the best advice I can give you.
Luckily, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't offend me. It depends on who says it. Like, one time when I was pregnant with my first kid, some lady was like, oh, I could tell you're pregnant because you used to have such nice skin.
Ew.
And I'm like, oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah. One time, I think I was pregnant or just after I was pregnant. I don't know when it was, but someone told me that I looked healthy, and I was like, oh, fuck you. You just called me fat in the most polite way.
You look hearty.
Yeah. You look really healthy. Oh, thank you, dick.
Anyway. Okay, so give me your goddamn Aaron.
Well, my goddamn, I kind of already told you about, but it's that I had to walk around a goddamn trade show for fucking 17 hours today. Ugh, and I am exhausted.
Miserable. Do people like trade shows?
When I'm there, I don't mind it. And the idea of going, I hate. No, I was going to say I don't mind, but I hate the idea of going. When I'm there, I'm like, all right, cool. This stuff's pretty neat. But then as soon as someone talks to me, which is like, the point of it.
Yeah, to sell you shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, stop. Like, you're just trying to sell me stuff, which I know.
Yeah,
and
that's why I came here, because I need to buy some shit.
But I think I hate salespeople.
Yeah, I do too.
You're just too perky and like in my face, and you're like, isn't that great? And like, touch this t-shirt and touch that thing. Look at this apparel. This is our new line of vintage clothes. And I'm like, this looks like the shit that's like my band t-shirts that have been sitting on the hangers forever, and they have like hanger fade marks.
Yeah, and
you're that's like the new thing in one of these lines of fucking whatever apparel or some shit.
Somebody's gonna love it.
Yeah, and it's really soft, and every time I'm just like, oh, it's really soft. Cool.
Oh man, yeah, I've only been to a couple, but every time it's like I've never really wanted to go. They're always work related, and then you get a lot of free shit that at the time you're like, this is so cool, and by the time you reach your car, you're like, can I just throw this away?
Yeah, why do I have 17 pens?
I don't want to find a home for this shit.
Yeah, I took the guy that I work with, and he, the whole time, was just like, I'm going to get as many pens as I can. And so he got like fucking 47 pens. And he'd be like, do you want a pen? No, I don't want a fucking pen.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, I hate those pens. First of all, I hate free pens. I want the nice pens.
Yeah, the slippery, slidey, glidey one.
Yeah, I'm all about them slippery, slidey, glidey pens. I get gel pens. I love me some gel pens. That shit writes so nice.
Uh-huh. I hear you.
And he's going to litter our office with these fucking shitty pens. But I got a lot of free shirts.
Oh, that's nice. Those are jammies.
Yeah.
PJs. PJs.
And some of them are actually kind of like soft and stuff because they're like, this is our new line. But they're stupid shirts like Cali Republic. And I'm like, I hate it, but I'll wear it. Don't ever call it Cali. I was reading a book the other day and they were like, blah, 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 blah. So when did you move to Cali? And I was like, ugh.
I hated that. When people would say, because when I lived in Arizona for a little bit and I came from California, people would be like, you're from Cali? And I'm like, no.
No, I'm from California. Stop that.
Go away.
I hate it. I don't know
just
why
like,
it became
go away.
Just like totally gag me with a spoon.
Like radical.
So tubular. I realize that I have every other idiosyncrasy or whatever from California, but I hate the Cali thing.
I know.
I just can't.
I know.
And some of those hats that have like the flowers on them, they're black hats with flowers on them. I don't wear hats But every time I see this hat, I'm like, I want it, but it says Cali.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't? Oh, have you ever been to a swap meet? They're all at the swap meet.
I haven't been to a swap meet in a very long time.
Well, Stacey, are you prepared for my story?
I'm so ready. Friday nights are my favorite because I get to hear about murder from my best friend.
Mine too. Because I get to see your face.
I know, it's always so fun.
It is so fun. Okay,
Okay.
now I will tell you about my murder case.
Okay, I will listen about your murder case.
It's actually mostly about a serial killer
Bum, 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 bum.
by the name of Gerard Schaefer.
Alrighty, Gerard.
Gerard. So, he was born in 1946 in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, the cheesy state.
Yeah.
He was the oldest of 3 kids.
Okay.
When he was like 14 years old, his whole family, they moved to Fort Lauderdale in Florida.
Okay.
So his family life, he didn't get along well with his dad, like, at all.
Like all serial killers.
Yeah, right? I think you have daddy issues. The dad was a verbally abusive alcoholic.
That's never good.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting that they noted he was verbally abusive, not all kinds of abusive. It wasn't just like he was abusive.
He wasn't hitting him. He was just like fucking yelling at him
Yeah,
and
like,
shit.
you're a piece of trash.
Yeah.
The dad also cheated on his mom and was gone on business trips and shit a lot, so he didn't have like his dad's attention or anything.
Wow, he seems like a keeper.
Yeah, exactly. I guess Gerard knew, it was like known in the family that the dad preferred the sister over him. And so it's like,
Oh, that's fucked up. Like he had an obvious favorite
yeah.
and it
yeah.
was well known. Why do people do that?
Right? Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
What do
Even if you have a favorite, keep that shit under wraps.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm the favorite.
Obviously, I'm the favorite. But
Just don't say it.
the other one doesn't need to know. The other one. Maybe that's how they knew. Because you called me the favorite and him the other one.
The other one.
But that made Gerard want to be a girl.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like, well, he likes my sister, so
I want to be a lady.
Yeah, I want daddy's attention. I want to be a girl.
Okay.
So, as a teenager, he started expressing some odd behaviors. He started to peep on his neighbors. He was a peeping Tom in
Gross.
the neighborhood. And he became obsessed with women's panties.
Yeah.
Which, as a teenage boy, I don't know how one becomes obsessed with teenage panties. I feel like you just like them. Like, as a teenage boy, you're like, hell yeah, panties. Like, where do you draw the line at obsession on this?
When you're like stealing them from people and like smelling them and shit.
Probably. It
Rubbing
didn't
them on your
specify
face.
that he was stealing them or... Oh, gross.
Does he like used panties or like clean panties?
I mean, I don't know if he had a choice.
He probably had a preference. It was an obsession.
It's true. But, I mean, anyway. So, according to a psychiatrist after he was arrested, he had admitted that he started experimenting with bondage and sadomasochism at 12 years old.
Jesus Christ. How?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
He would tie himself to a tree, and that and the thought of hurting himself would get him sexually aroused.
Just tying himself to a tree?
Yeah, I imagine that's the bondage part.
Yeah.
And then the sadomasochism part comes in with, like, wanting to hurt himself.
So he was like in public just tied to a tree with a boner? With
Yeah.
his like eyes shut thinking about hurting himself?
Maybe it was like his backyard tree.
It's
Didn't
so
say what
fucking
tree.
weird.
Maybe it was in the middle of the woods.
Like, excuse me, Gerard? What's his name?
Gerard, yeah, you're right.
Oh, Gerard. Excuse me, Gerard, what are you doing in the backyard, honey?
Honey?
Are you tied to the tree? Is that a boner?
How do you tie yourself to a tree to a point where, like, it feels like you can't get out?
It's probably fake.
Or, like, he's just holding on to the ropes? Like, ooh. If I was
Like,
tied.
wraps his wrists around it a bunch, you know?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, he would also fantasize about hurting women.
Sounds like an awesome person.
Yeah. And he started killing animals and cross-dressing.
This is how it always starts. Not the cross-dressing part. People can cross-dress without killing animals.
Yeah, I was like, wow, judgy.
But it's always the fucking animals, man.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the top 3, like, fucking signs
Triggers.
of a serial killer
Yeah.
or whatever. It's killing animals and wetting the bed, and I don't remember the other one.
Fucking wetting the bed.
It is.
Shit.
Yeah. Like, at an at a later age. Like, as a
Oh.
teenager, if they're wetting the bed or something, it's like, you're a fucking murderer.
Why?
I don't know. It just is.
It's like, you're fucking so crazy you won't get up to take a piss. You'd kill someone.
Although I've had close calls at night when you're, like, dreaming about drinking water and peeing, and then you wake up like, did I just fucking pee? Didn't. Close. Didn't.
But I have to now.
So he later said that cross-dressing was to get out of the draft for the Vietnam War. which he did end up dodging the draft, but we're not actually sure if that's how he dodged it.
Yeah, because it's not like they walk up and they're like, you look like a dude, come with me. It's like on your birth certificate, it says male.
Yeah, and then they send you the letter, but then if you go in there dressed like a lady...
And you're like, man, you got this all wrong, sir.
This was in, the 60s or 70s? Fucking Vietnam? I don't know when that happened because I'm horrible at history.
Uh-huh.
But Don't Ask, Don't Tell wasn't
Oh,
a thing.
like you mean he went in there cross-dressing, obvious that he was a man.
Yeah.
And they were like, you're not coming in here.
Yeah, they're like, you're gay.
Okay.
You gotta go.
I thought it was like he was dressed up so well it fooled them. Like, I'm not a man.
Whoa, I thought that was a man. No.
Yeah.
No.
That scenario is what I was thinking. And I'm like, that's the worst way to try to get out of the draft. But no, his is effective. I get it.
Yeah, but that might not actually be,
What happened?
yeah, why he cross-dressed, but he did get out of the draft.
Yeah.
So, who knows, right?
Yeah.
There was also some violent self-loathing, and he would play games where he would die. So,
Oh, okay.
it didn't explain the games.
Which
But-
is integral to your story.
It really is. I imagine that, like, you're playing cops and robbers with your sister or something, and you're like, no, I'm the robber, and you're the cop, and you have to fucking kill me for doing this thing. Like,
Oh.
the games that you would play, but...
See, I'd be like,
he has to die.
we're in a house, and I'm cooking pancakes, and the house is on fire, and now I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, it could be that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a terrible way
But
to go.
he would die.
You were just about to have pancakes.
Right? Oh, my God. Get all up in them flappies.
Ew.
Flapjacks.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like it.
You don't like flappies?
No, it reminds me of fucking labia.
Ew. Okay. I had a
Vulva.
waffle this morning. It was good. While you're
waffle.
fucking whispering vulva into the mic.
I had French toast. It was good.
Well.
Now that we've talked about our breakfast, let's talk about this murderer.
Yeah, but he would play these games where he would die. Like, that was fun for him, and he felt that he couldn't please his dad, so he wanted to die, and so I guess that was just, like, him imagining shit. I don't know, like, you know how you pretended to be a unicorn? Maybe he just pretended to be dead.
That was just you that pretended to be a unicorn, for the record.
Oh, well, I was really good at it.
You were.
So anyway,
Yeah.
also he would hear voices that told him to kill.
Naturally.
So then he graduated high school in 1964, and in 1967 his parents divorced, and then he went off to college. He tried to join a priesthood, but they rejected him because he didn't have enough faith.
Well, yeah. And probably somebody was like, yo, I heard this dude likes to tie himself to trees and get boners.
Right? Or he probably just never showed up to church, and then they were like, why haven't we ever seen you? And he's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
because I like to tie myself up to trees and get boners. So he got pissed and quit the church altogether.
Okay.
So then he tried to become a teacher, and during his student teaching things, like you have to go through whatever, being a fucking student teacher before you can be a regular teacher.
Yeah. Like practice runs.
Yeah, he was let go or signed off or whatever twice for trying to impose his moral and political views on students.
Oh, all of my teachers should have been laid off then.
Fucking right.
I didn't know that was illegal.
I mean, moral, not so much, but political, like literally all of them.
Yeah. I had an econ teacher literally told me there's no point in us going to vote.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, there's
Wow.
no point. Your vote means nothing. Don't go to vote. I was so mad, and I think I, like, spoke up and was like, well, that's exactly how you get people not to vote and to make your vote not matter.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
The second time that he was dropped from the program, the supervisor, he was like, yo, you better never let me hear about you trying to get a job with authority over other people. Because,
Yeah.
like, you're trying to spread your shit, right?
Okay.
So then in 1968, he married this lady
Ooh.
named Martha Fogg,
Mm-hmm.
and she filed for divorce in 1970, stating extreme cruelty.
Oh, God.
Gerard was then like, oh, what's that? I can't be a priest or a teacher. I'm gonna go be a cop.
Oh, God.
You know, something with no authority.
This is what happens. They all become cops so that they can get, like, the inside scoop on shit.
right? So he was rejected by the sheriff's department because he failed the psychological test.
Naturally.
But then the fucking county police department or whatever was like,
we'll take you.
yeah, that's fine. Come on in.
Oh, God.
And he was hired. And then in March of 1972, he earned a commendation, like a fucking badge of honor or whatever,
Uh-huh.
for his role in a drug bust.
Oh.
And then a month later, he was fired.
Oh.
There are differing explanations
Mm-hmm.
on why he got fired. And one of them is that the chief said he didn't have an ounce of common sense.
An ounce of common sense.
Mm-hmm. And another one is that there were reports that he was running ladies who had run traffic violations through the computer and getting their personal information and then calling them to ask for dates.
No, that's creepy.
Fucking right?
No, thank you.
Yeah, because you know what else that comes with? Your address.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm. So then he moved to Stuart, Florida, because he didn't have a job, right?
Yeah.
And he got a job at the Martin County Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
Apparently they don't do fucking psychological testing either.
Well, it's fucking Florida.
Florida man.
There it is again.
It's going to make an appearance in like every fucking podcast. So July 21st, 1972, he picked up these two hitchhikers named Pamela Wells, who was 17 years old, and Nancy Trotter, who was 18.
They're so young.
Yeah. They were on the highway going to the beach. And he was like, yo, hitchhiking is illegal, which it wasn't.
Uh-huh.
And he drove them home.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, as a cop, he drove
As a
him
cop.
home. Okay.
Yeah.
My brain was already in like fucking
Murder mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet. But when he drove them home, he offered to meet the girls the next morning when he wasn't working to drive them to the beach, like a local beach or whatever.
I'll give you a ride when I'm not a cop.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So then
And then it won't be hitchhiking because I'm offering the ride.
Exactly. You guys are so legal now, following the law.
Logistics.
So then he met them the next morning, but he didn't take them to the beach.
Where did he take them, Aaron?
Oh, he took them to a swampy island off the road.
Oh, it's Florida.
Yeah, I'm imagining like we have Fiesta Island.
It's like Swampy Island.
Yeah, but it's
Just
like
alligators
Swampy
and
Island.
swamps.
Yeah, exactly. And he pulled a gun on them and told them that he was going to sell them as white slaves to
Jesus.
a foreign prostitution syndicate.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And so he was like, get out the car. And they were like, Jesus, all right. And
Whoa.
he bound the girls and left them balanced on tree roots with nooses around their necks so that
Oh
they
my God.
couldn't get down. Or
No.
if they slipped, they would hang themselves, right?
Oh, that's fucking awful.
Yeah. And then he left,
Yeah.
saying that he was going to come back shortly.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So then these girls were like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And they escaped.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. They made it to the highway and they flagged down a police car and they were like, yo, this just fucking happened. And they could identify him because he gave them his name and he was a fucking cop.
Yeah. Hey, your fucking coworker just tied me to a tree.
Yeah. And they were like, what? No way. Jerry? Jer? So then Gerard came back to that spot, obviously, and he noticed that the girls were missing, and he called the sheriff, his boss, and was like, so, this is a quote, I've done something foolish, you're going to be mad at me.
Oh, my God. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just, like, skip town?
Right? Like, whoops.
Oopsie poopsie, they got Loosey.
My bad.
Is that an exact quote?
Yeah, oopsie poopsie, they got Lucy. And then he tried to tell his boss that he was just trying to scare the girls out of hitchhiking for their own good.
What?
Right?
No.
Yeah.
The boss doesn't buy this, right?
No.
Good.
He was fired and charged with false imprisonment and 2 counts of aggravated assault.
Okay, good.
Then he was released
Oh. All right. Well,
on $15,000 bond.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was just attempted fucking kidnapping
Murder, yeah.
or assault.
Whatever.
Aggravated assault. Whatever the fuck it
Not
was.
really murder.
Yeah, false imprisonment. So then on September 27th, 1972, while he was out on bond, 2 girls go missing. Susan Place, who was 17, and Georgia Jessup, who was 16.
Oh, God, they're even younger.
Yeah. Susan's mom said that the girls were last seen at their house with an older man named Jerry Shepard,
Son of a bitch.
and they were leaving to go play guitar at a nearby beach with this guy.
So this motherfucker went by Jerry.
Yeah. And she was kind of like skeeved out by it, so she wrote down Jerry's license plate number.
And this is one of their moms?
Yeah, Susan's mom.
I'd be like, no, you can't go. I'm skeeved out.
Fucking right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy looks creepy as fuck. Also, an older man? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want with these 16, 17-year-old kids?
Yeah,
like,
you can't wear her skin.
Yeah, stop that. That's her skin.
She's far too small for you.
You'll never fit. So then he had a trial in November 1972 for the kidnapping and assault charges of Pamela and Nancy, the 2 girls that he had fucking
Yeah.
tied to the tree.
Yeah.
And he pled guilty to 1 assault charge, and the other ones were all dropped. He was sentenced to a year in jail and 3 years probation.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but he didn't actually do anything to those 2 girls.
He tied them to a tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And with a noose.
Yeah.
It could have ended much worse.
And we don't know that he has any connection with Susan and Georgia at this point. Because
Yeah.
the mom was just like, they left with some guy named Jerry.
That was his fucking car, though, right?
Well, we don't know. She wrote down the license plate number.
Oh, okay.
But then they didn't fucking run it.
Of course.
So he started his sentence in January 15th of 1973. So, like, the fucking beginning of the next year, which was only a couple months after the trial, right?
Mm-hmm.
March 25th, 1973, Gerard's still in jail for the assault, and the license plate number to the Datsun is finally run, and it was matched to him.
Okay, so it was his fucking car.
Yeah, it fucking was. He denied ever knowing the girls or having any contact with them, but then on April 1st, 1973, their bodies were found.
Son of a bitch.
On Hutchinson Island by 3 guys out collecting cans.
Another island. It's his M.O.
It is his M.O.
And another story where you have a guy finding a body from collecting cans.
He literally wrote bottle collector.
It's a dangerous job.
Yeah, apparently. You find bodies when you're out collecting cans.
Jesus.
So then the victims were ID'd by their dental records as Susan and Georgia.
Oh, God, were they like that decomposed? I
Yeah.
guess it's Florida in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm. And Susan had been shot in the jaw.
Ay.
And the crime scene, which I guess was still pretty much intact because it was like a remote place, which then I don't know why these guys are looking for cans there, other than like maybe it's swampy and the current carries cans.
It's Florida. They're doing drugs.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, we were looking for
I was looking for a can to cook my meth in.
That seems rather stereotypical, Stacey.
I used to live in Florida.
Well, there you go. So did I.
We talk Jamie Ann. Jamie Ann, you cooking meth in a can over there?
you see any meth labs in cans? So, okay. So then the crime scene showed that the girls had been tied to a tree and butchered.
Ugh. Another MO tied to a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 7 months after they had been missing.
Oh my
that their
God.
bodies were
Can you
found.
imagine finding like decomposed bodies tied to trees?
No.
While you're
No.
looking for fucking cans.
Or meth. So then April 7th, the police searched Gerard's mom's home where he had some stuff stored. It didn't specify if he lived there or not, but I guess he frequented there at least.
Yeah.
And they found a shit ton of women's jewelry,
Weird.
100+ pages of double-spaced typed out writing, and sketches all depicting mutilation and murder of young ladies.
Oy! Wait, what was the writing of?
Mutilation and murder of young ladies.
Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm. And newspaper clippings about these 2 ladies that had been missing since 1969, which at this point is like 4 years before.
Yeah.
One of them was Carmen Halleck, who was 22. She was a waitress who supposedly went missing from her home.
Mm-hmm.
And her jewelry and gold tooth,
Ew!
ID'd by Carmen's dentist, were found at Gerard's mom's home.
No.
Yeah. No charges were filed.
Why do you keep her tooth?
Trophy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Some weird, sick fucking trophy.
Fuck
But
yeah.
they never found her body, so there were no charges ever filed.
No.
Yeah.
He had her tooth. Come
Yeah,
on.
right? Like, how else do you get a
And
fucking
fucking
tooth?
jewelry. And he
Yeah.
had all these clippings. How,
Yeah.
how else do you get someone's tooth?
Yeah, unless you took it out of their head.
Yes.
The other newspaper clipping was of Lee Bonadies, who was 25, and she was Gerard's neighbor.
Oh, shit.
She went missing in September of 1969, and her jewelry is found in the house as well.
Naturally.
No charges were filed.
Naturally. God damn it.
Her body was found in 1978.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later almost.
Yeah, and they couldn't determine a cause of death or anything, so no charges were filed.
Where was she found, do you know?
No, but Gerard said that she used to taunt him by undressing with the curtains open.
Okay, no. That's called being a peeping Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, close your fucking blinds, people.
Yeah. But maybe they were closed and he was like peeking through them and he just said that.
Could be. Yeah. Ugh, so creepy.
Yeah.
So, other stuff in the house was pieces of ID belonging to Colette Goodenough and Barbara Wilcox. They were both 19 years old, and they went missing after they were hitchhiking
Naturally.
in January 1973, which was a fucking week before he was sent to jail.
Oh, shit. So he had already been convicted of, like, attempt. Those poor girls.
Who escaped?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Like, how close they came to fucking...
Jeez. Can you fucking
horrible, horrible death.
imagine?
Yeah, that'd be awful. Colette and Barbara's skeletons were found in 1977,
Wow.
but they couldn't determine a cause of death, so there were no charges filed. Is this frustrating yet?
It's so interesting. I wonder if it's like they were strangled or something, if they can't determine a cause of death.
I mean, if they were, like, butchered or whatever if they don't have skin and fucking organs anymore.
That's true. Like, but they wouldn't be shot. I mean, if they were shot, then they weren't shot anywhere there's bones.
Yeah, that's true. But also, it's 1977. I don't know how
accurate.
Yeah, like intricate their autopsies get.
Yeah.
So then also in the house was some jewelry belonging to a 14-year-old girl named Mary Briscolina, who was missing from Broward County with her friend Elise Farmer, who was 13 years old.
Oh my God, they're so young.
Yeah. And their bodies were found in 1973, a year after they'd been missing, but no cause of death could be determined, so no charges were filed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Isn't that this fucking, do you hear this body count racking up right now?
Yeah, these young girls are not just like dropping dead naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has all of their fucking items.
He has their jewelry. Like, obviously he's keeping fucking trophies.
Yeah.
Creep, right?
Super creep.
So, obviously there's a shit ton of victims.
Uh-huh.
Most of them don't have any evidence or any cause of death.
Yeah.
So they can't charge him with anything. On May 18th, 1973, he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for Susan and Georgia, the 2 girls that were going to go play guitar with this random old man named Jerry.
Yeah.
Because of the mom and the license plate.
Yeah.
He was convicted and sentenced to 2 concurrent life sentences.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So then he appeals it.
Naturally.
But nothing ever comes of it.
Oh, fuck, good.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Yeah, I know. They have to appeal it all the time, I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh. Well, it's life. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. You have no other choice. So then in 1990, Gerard's ex-girlfriend from high school was like, yo, I'm going to capitalize on this shit. Her name was Sandra London, and she published his writings, all that fucking 100-plus pages or whatever,
Uh-huh.
in a book called Killer Fiction. So then Gerard is like, oh, this is my art, right? It's just fiction.
Uh-huh.
And the police are like, yo, that's legit descriptions of your crime.
Yeah, like, this is a confession.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the women in his stories was named Carmen, which was the same name as the waitress who went missing.
Yep.
And she was described as wearing a black chiffon dress in his writing.
Where the hell is my chiffon?
Such a good show. In real life, Carmen's sister told the police that Carmen had bought a new black dress for a date with a married teacher.
Stop it.
Which, at the time of her disappearance, Gerard was married and a fucking student teacher.
Was it chiffon? I don't know how she would know that.
I don't either. She was probably on the phone with her like, I bought a new dress.
Is it chiffon?
Also, I feel like if I was dating a married man, I wouldn't tell people about it.
No. But that's our sister.
Yeah.
You'd probably tell your sister. If you had a sister.
I guess I'd probably tell you about it.
Yeah. I'm like your sister. You wouldn't tell your brother, though. Because they'll judge you.
Yeah, he'd judge the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So then in a private letter to his attorney in 1991, he was referencing one of the stories in the book when he said, what crimes am I supposed to confess? Farmer? Briscolina? What do you think this is? You want confessions, but you don't recognize them when I anoint you with them, and we've just gotten started.
Oh, shit. Anoint?
Yeah, that threw me off. Farmer and Briscolina were the 2 little girls.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so he's like...
I'm confessing to all of this.
Yeah.
This is my confession.
They're like, confess to these things. And he's like, what do you think this is? Like the fucking story or whatever. Like, what do you think this is? These are my confessions.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But...
They don't do anything with it.
They don't not do anything with it. I mean, he's got 2 life sentences. What else are they going to do? Put him to death? It's 91.
Fucking give those families some justice.
Yeah, that
At least tell her where they fucking put the bodies and shit.
Yeah. I think they were found.
Oh, okay.
So, the DA at the time was Robert Stone, and he thought that Gerard was responsible for 34 murders.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then in another private letter, Gerard wrote to, like, his brother or his friend or someone.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote, I've always harped on Stone's list of 34. In 1973, I sat down and drew up a list of my own. As I recall, my list was just over 80.
Stop.
Yeah.
You can't remember 80.
I'm not claiming a huge number. What?
That's
Yes, you
fucking very large.
Yeah. I would say it runs between 80 and 110. But over 8 years and 3 continents, one whore drowned in her own vomit while watching me disembowel her girlfriend.
No, stop it.
I'm not sure that counts as a valid kill.
Oh my God.
Did the
Stop
pregnant
it.
ones count as 2 kills? It can get confusing.
No.
That's what he fucking said to a person.
Oh my God, that guy needs to get stabbed in prison in the eyes.
Oh. That is a fucking accurate prediction.
Is it?
Yes.
It's my psychic abilities coming out again.
Yeah, apparently. But we're not there yet.
Okay, I'll hold my predictions till
Hold
the
your
end.
predictions till the end, please. So then, he didn't want to be considered a serial killer because that would severely hinder his chances at appeal. But then they were like...
I don't want anybody to know I did all these things that I'm confessing to.
Yeah, like he's still trying to appeal this shit.
Yeah,
and so
come on.
He's like telling people in private letters and stuff that the writing is his confessions and that his number is between 80 and 110, but then trying to tell like the fucking judges and stuff like, no, I'm not a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's all fucking fake.
Yeah.
So then December 3rd, 1995, another inmate got into his cell and slashed his throat and stabbed him in both eyes.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah.
Good. Why did he do that?
There was no motive that was actually given, but apparently he had a reputation in prison as a rat.
Oh, well, yeah. He seems like a pretty big skis bag.
Yeah.
If he's like bragging about his murders, but at the same time trying to get out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's just a regular old piece of garbage.
Yep. Piece of trash.
So this part, I didn't really find a good place to fit it in, but I felt that it was also worth mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
Gerard was a suspect in two little girls' disappearance. It was Peggy Ron, who was 9 years old,
Jeez.
and Wendy Stevenson, who was 8.
Oh, God.
The girls disappeared in December 1969, and a clerk at a convenience store near the beach said that he saw the girls with an older man buying them ice cream, and the man matched the description of Gerard.
Of course. Dude, what are these parents doing? Like, I realize that was a totally different time, but they're so young.
I know. Like, letting them out and around town or whatever.
Like, unsupervised long enough to, like, go get ice cream with a strange man.
Fucking right?
Yeah.
Like, where'd you find this man? Stop that.
Yeah.
The girls were never found, and then in a letter from April 1989 to his friend, Gerard wrote, Peggy and Wendy just happened along at a time when I was curious about fish's craving for the flesh of young girls.
Stop it.
I assure you these girls were not molested sexually. I found them both very satisfactory, particularly with sautéed onions and peppers.
Ew.
He's referencing the serial killer Albert Fish from 1930s who fucking eat little girls.
Oh, I thought he meant, like, feeding the fishes.
Oh.
Like, feeding in the ocean, because he was at the beach.
Like,
And I was like, why would fish have, like, a particular taste for just young children?
nope, it was a serial killer who had a taste
And
for
he
young
ate
children.
them?
Supposedly. We don't actually know. Fucking probably, because this guy's a super creep.
Ew.
Yeah. And I had never heard of this guy.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
God damn.
And he looks normal. It's really weird.
I was going to say, like, a creep.
I mean, yeah, after reading all this, I was like, this guy looks like a fucking murderer. But, like, upon first glance, you're like, who is that man? This is a normal man.
Oh, my God.
But goddamn,
That's
right?
terrifying.
Yeah. Well, Stacey, give me your story.
Okay, here we go. All right, my story is about Rex Warren Mays. And his crimes took place on July 20th, 1992 in Harris County, Texas.
Okay.
All right, so July 20th, Kristen Wiley, who was 10.
I don't like it already.
Yeah, I should say, disclaimer, this is really sad. It's going to suck. It involves kids.
I don't like it.
Which I like have a hard rule for, but
I know. I found so many with kids, like just this last time, and I kept skipping them for you.
Thank you. I'm about to torture you.
Ah, you bitch.
So Kristen and her best friend, Kenara Carrero, they were playing at Kristen's house, and they were listening to music upstairs in Kristen's room.
All right.
And Kristen's brother, Jeremy, he was 14. He was playing at a friend's house across the street. I think they were playing Nintendo, which isn't important, but fuck, man, I want to play Nintendo.
Yeah, I would be across the street.
I would too. And Kristen's mom was visiting at a friend's house who lived a few doors down. So everybody's in the neighborhood, but Kristen and Kenara are home alone at Kristen's house.
Okay.
Kenara lived like a block away from Kristen. She lived in the neighborhood as well. Mm-hmm. And Kristen had actually stayed the night at Kenara's house this day, like the night before. And they were playing at Kenara's most of the day, but then they went over to Kristen's house because I guess she had to do some chores or something. And Kenara was going to go over and help her do chores.
Yeah.
And probably play some, but Kenara had to be home by like 4 o'clock, right?
Okay. Normal kid stuff.
Yeah, normal kid shit. So enter Rex Mays.
Hey, Rex.
He was 32 at the time, and he was Kristen's next door neighbor. And at 2:45 on July 20th, 1992, he drove home from work after learning that he had been fired from yet another job. I guess he couldn't keep a job. Like, he kept getting fired from a shit ton of jobs.
Okay.
He was an ex-Marine, and he also had worked as a clown for some time in the past.
God damn it.
And he would go to children's parties and shit. And his
Was he like Gacy?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but his name's fucking Rex Mays.
All right.
But his clown name was Uh-oh the Clown. Fucking, of course, right?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Had an accident.
Listen, I don't...
Fucking murdered a person.
Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie poopsie.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say? Oopsie poopsie. They got Loosey.
Oh my god. Can you imagine having a next door neighbor that's like an ex-Marine and an ex-clown?
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
that
a
shit.
fucking murderer, obviously.
No, thank you. A little spoiler alert.
Not saying anything about ex-Marines. They're pretty normal. But I feel like if you know how to kill and you're also a clown,
Not a good mix.
Yeah.
For kids' parties.
yeah, I don't want you near me.
So as he drove home, he was like all stressed out about how he was going to tell his wife that he had just lost another job.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were like a pretty rocky relationship and they fought often.
All right.
So he gets into his neighborhood and for some reason he decides to park a few houses down from his own house. And he gets out of the car and he starts walking towards his home. And as he gets to Kristen's home, he hears the loud music coming from upstairs.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're up there rocking out.
Yeah. What year is it?
92.
So they're listening to some No Doubt or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're up there listening to music, rocking out, doing chores or whatever the fuck it is they're doing. And he walks by, hears the music, and he gets mad that the
Oh.
music is loud.
Okay.
So he decides that he's going to let himself into the house to tell the kids that they need to turn the music down.
Are they going to let this party pooper in to poop on their party?
Yeah. But that's exactly what's about to happen. But for the record, like, it wasn't normal behavior for him to just let himself into the house. They were not on those kind of terms.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, lock your doors, people.
Yeah, right? So he walked up and noticed that the door was unlocked, and he lets himself in.
Uh-huh.
And he...
I wonder if he tried to ring the bell first.
It doesn't say. It just says that he walked up and felt that, like, turned the knob and the door was unlocked, so he decided to walk in, and he starts calling for Kristen. As he walks through the house, he sees Kristen and Kenara, and they're, like, running from him because they're like, who the fuck is this guy, and what's he doing in here?
Yeah.
And so he starts following them. So he tells them that they need to lower the volume on the music, and Kristen yells, no, we're not going to turn it down, just get out of the house. And she even says, like, something along the lines, like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call my dad.
That's the ultimate threat as a kid.
I know, but then it's also like, your dad's not home. Fuck.
Yeah.
Gave away your one bargaining chip.
Yeah. My dad's just in the shower.
Yeah.
That's what I used to tell people.
Oh,
When
God.
they'd come to the door. Please buy my candy bars so I can get off heroin. I don't have any money. My dad's in the shower.
They hiked up this hill to buy some to sell you some candy bars?
Yeah. And then they'd be like, well, part of the steps is to just have conversations with people. Can we talk? And I'd be like,
No, go away.
Yeah, with my flimsy-ass screen door between us.
Yeah, you're like fucking 10. Get out of here.
Yeah, no
Not
thank
cool.
you.
So this guy wasn't selling candy bars to get off heroin. He was just pissed that the music was loud.
All right. Different situation. I get it.
Different situation. So, you know, he's obviously having a rough day because
Yeah.
he got fired.
Yeah, and he's just looking to poop on someone's party.
And and now some girl was telling him no. Some little girl wasn't listening to him and telling him no.
Mm-hmm. You're not my dad.
So he got real mad.
Okay.
And he walks into the kitchen and grabs a steak knife
Jesus
and he begins chasing the girls through the home and stabbing at them.
What the fuck?
Dude, their whole fucking family is just right down the goddamn street.
Why didn't he just run into the room, grab their boombox, and throw it out the window?
Because he was looking to murder people. He wasn't caring about the fucking music. This guy's crazy.
But I mean, like, rage can be channeled.
Yeah, that's true.
Channel
This
it
could
to
be a
fucking
totally
destroying the
different
boombox.
story.
Exactly. Like, and this crazy guy came in and destroyed our boombox, and that's just a crazy story between you and Jamie Ann later.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not,
Yeah.
we got murdered.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
unfortunately, that's not how this panned out.
Snap the CD, or take all the CDs and rub them together.
Oh, it was 92. They didn't have CDs. Did they?
Well, they probably had cassettes. Fucking rip the
Yeah.
ribbon out. Yeah.
Okay, so he eventually gets the girls into Kristen's brother's room, and he straddles them on the bed.
Them?
Both of them. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know the logistics.
I feel like if you were about to be straddled, I'd move away from you.
Yeah, but one was like 7 and the other was 10.
Ugh,
They were
God.
little.
This
Yeah.
is awful. I don't
It's
like it.
not going to get better.
Why is this 32-year-old man?
I know.
I don't like it.
I know. So he continues stabbing them,
Jesus Christ.
eventually to death, and both of the girls were stabbed in the eyes. He said that he like stabbed specifically Kristen in the eyes as she was watching him, which I don't know where else you'd be looking if somebody was stabbing you, but that's just fucking creepy. Like, I wonder if that was the reason he stabbed her in the eyes. Like, don't look at me.
Probably. What an asshole.
Yeah, both of their throats were slashed,
Oh, God.
and this is bad. The children had vaginal trauma,
No.
but there was no semen found. So I'm guessing that he stabbed them.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Obviously, when he slashed their throat, it cut into their carotid arteries, causing them to drown in their own blood.
Oh my god. That's awful.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. So, Rex then decides to exit the house through a window that led to the backyard, and he hopped the fence that separated his yard from Kristen's. But as he was hopping the fence, he remembered that he had left his car parked just down the street, like a few houses back.
And he's fucking covered in blood.
Yep. And so he re-enters the house through the window and walks out the front door and gets into his car.
Okay.
So he walks down the goddamn neighborhood like this. Mm-hmm. He throws the knife and his bloody shirt into a duffel bag that he kept in the car, and he drives home.
The fucking 2 houses down.
Yep,
okay.
2 houses down. So when he gets home, he tells his wife that he lost his job. I don't know if he had another shirt in the car
I was
or
gonna
what
say,
the
he
fuck
just
is
comes
going
in,
on.
fucking probably splattered with blood in different places, like your arms and
Well,
your hand.
I guess his legs had blood on them, but his wife didn't notice. And so, like, he tells her about the job, and then he goes to take a shower to, like, fucking wash the blood off his legs. And I have no fucking clue how she didn't notice.
She was probably pissed he lost his job.
That she wasn't paying attention to all the blood on his legs. So a few minutes later, Jeremy, Kristen's brother, he gets bored at his friend's house, and he's like, I'm gonna go home.
Done playing duck hunt.
Yeah, let's get out of here, guys.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he opens the door to his house, and he calls for his sister, and when she doesn't answer, he eventually, like, walks into his room and finds the girls lying on his bed, stabbed to death, and they both didn't have any pants on.
Oh, no.
So he obviously freaks out and calls 911 and his mom. And emergency personnel arrive.
How old is he? He's like 15?
He's 14.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's really fucked up, man. And then, like, can you imagine as a mom being just a few houses down and getting that phone call? No, thank you. I don't want to think about it. So emergency personnel arrive along with the cops, and they start processing the scene. And meanwhile, Rex next door, he gets out a fucking lawn chair, and he sits in his driveway drinking a soda, watching all the commotion take place.
What the fuck?
He even invites investigators into his house and offers them refreshments. And he makes up a story about how he saw a black man and a Hispanic man in Kristen's driveway, and how he saw them hopping the fence between the houses.
Uh-huh.
And when the police go to look, they actually end up finding a bloody handprint on the fence. So it kind of like corroborates his story. And so obviously the police get like full descriptions from him, and they create a sketch, and they focus their efforts on trying to find these non-existent men.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Rex, even on this day, as they're like processing the crime scene, he invites Kristen's mom into his home so she can use his phone while her house is like taped off.
What the fuck?
That's fucked up.
That's
some,
beyond
like,
creepy.
deep shit, right? So the next day, Rex is like, gotta get rid of my murdering bag. And so he washes his bloody clothes, like his bloody shirt, and he throws the knife into a ravine that was behind their homes. Mm-hmm. And he puts the duffel bag in the garbage.
Okay.
Eventually, Rex is brought in to do a polygraph test to recount like what he saw that day. Mm-hmm. And he ends up failing the polygraph.
Weird.
Obviously. And
Yeah.
so he admits to making the story up, and he obviously quickly becomes like a prime suspect.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck did you make this up? The problem was that there wasn't any kind of evidence or anything that they could arrest him on. So the only real evidence that the police had at the crime scene was the bloody palm print. And by the time that they had suspected Rex, the blood had been like removed for analysis, and they no longer had a print.
Oh my god.
Like-
They didn't get a fucking print from that?
I was going to say,
first?
like, wouldn't you take a fucking picture or something? I mean, it's early
Yeah.
90s, so I don't know. But they didn't have a print anymore, so they couldn't, like, match it to
it?
his. Yeah.
Did he have fucking defensive wounds or whatever? Like other wounds?
There's...
'Cause when you stab people, you usually stab yourself too, right?
and like the hustle and bustle. Well, I don't know the timeline on when he actually got called in and became a suspect.
Oh my god.
I think it was like a couple weeks later or something, so they could have healed or no one could have noticed.
Jesus.
I don't know. I know. So the main detective of the case, he was like really suspicious of Rex. He was like, this is my guy. So he decides to befriend him.
Oh.
And he would take him out drinking, and they would go to topless bars together, and the investigator would even... Titties! And the investigator would even let Rex go with him on like official business to
Oh my
like help
God.
build trust and rapport.
Yeah.
And this whole time he's like trying to get him to confess to the crimes, like not outwardly, but like be friendly so that he'll admit to this.
Yeah.
And it fucking worked. So the detective asks Rex one day to come into his office. It was February 10th, 1994. So this is 19 months after the murders happened.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he wants to talk about the case to Rex.
First of all, that's some dedication on that cop.
Seriously, right? I guess Rex was like a known liar and shit too. Like, this is almost the identical story of my last case, but like,
Good old known liar.
yeah, good old known liar. I don't know if they were friends, but a neighbor who lived across the street would like help garden for him and shit. And he was like, oh, I never believed a goddamn word that came out of that man's mouth. Like, even when he said that he saw those suspects, I didn't believe him. Like, he's shady. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Rex and the detective talk in his office for like 4 hours about the case.
Uh-huh.
And Rex recounted in detail how he murdered these girls, revealing things that only the killer would know.
Oh my God.
And offering the only motive as he was having a fucking bad day. That's his only motive.
What the fuck?
He's having a bad day.
We all have bad days.
Yes, we do. But we don't stab little girls.
No.
Anyway, so in September of 1995, he was convicted of capital murder and sentenced to death. Hooray!
Yay.
Rex appealed a bunch of times, but it didn't fucking work.
Yeah,
Thank
good.
God.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So on Thursday, September 19th, 2002, in Harris County, Texas, Rex Mays was executed by lethal injection, and he was pronounced dead at 6:19 p.m.
Good.
Yep.
Wow. 2002, they were still killing people?
Yeah. I mean, fucking Texas is still doing it to this day.
Oh, really? Fuck.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah. It takes a long time to execute someone.
Yeah. Not that long for this guy.
No, I mean, not really. 92 to 2002?
Yeah.
Well,
10
94 to
years.
2002. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad.
I mean, he fucking murdered little girls, though. Probably got him a fast track.
Yeah.
And also,
You wouldn't survive in prison.
I know, right? I didn't take notes on this, but I read a bunch. Kanara's dad was like a huge advocate for his daughter who had been murdered and was like in the public eye all the time, putting a lot of pressure on this guy, you know, like, this guy murdered my child. We can't let him go free. Like, he needs to be held accountable for this shit. So maybe that like fast tracked it.
Oh, wow.
He also like changed his whole fucking life. Obviously,
Yeah.
a
as
murdered
you
child
would.
will do that to you. But like him and his wife divorced, and he became like a huge advocate for like with families who had kids who got murdered or hurt or anything.
Yeah. Like support groups.
Yeah, basically he would like take calls anytime in the night and talk to them. He would like
Aw.
hold groups. He probably still does. Yeah, he was like really involved in the community and everything.
That's so sad.
And he like dedicated his whole life to it, and he became a totally different person. Like, that's all he does now.
Oh, that's so sad.
Anyway, yeah, super sad. I can't imagine. But fun fact about Rex's final meal, because he was on death row, and so we like to know these things. He had 6 scrambled eggs with shredded cheese, cream gravy, hash
Ew.
browns, pan sausage, orange juice, and milk. This motherfucker had a country breakfast for
Yeah,
his
he
last
did.
meal.
I think I would do breakfast for dinner, too.
Would you?
Yeah. For my last meal. I love breakfast.
You would do fucking pancakes. You love some pancakes.
I would do pancakes, waffles, eggs, over medium, toast, fucking all that shit. Bacon, crispy.
Bacon.
Bacon. Give me some bacon. Some
Dude.
sausage links, not patties.
Yeah, it was weird that he went patties, but I kind of grew up on patties, so
Did you?
you know, yeah.
I wonder if that's like a southern thing.
I don't know. Could be.
Huh.
Maybe patties are cheaper than links. I don't know.
Could be. I feel like prison would always give you patties.
Yeah, no matter what, it's always going to be a patty.
Yeah.
They don't need the links in there.
No, no.
Okay, so his final words were, "Warden, just give me parole and let me go home to be with the Lord."
Huh.
He actually wrote a poem and shit, but it was really long, and I didn't want to do that long of a dramatic reading, and it
Yeah.
was super like...
Not good.
No, it was like, I'm such a good person, and you guys have it all twisted. And so I was like, fuck you, I'm not reading your shit.
Oh, you're such a good person. You just couldn't hold down a job. Through no fault of
Exactly.
your own, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then
Fucktard.
got so enraged at music, at kids having fun listening
Yep.
to music. And
Yep.
instead of taking that rage out on literally anything else,
Yeah. You decided to stab these women.
we decided to
these
break
girls.
into a home, do a little B and then some E,
Uh-huh. And then some S.
and then some S,
S and...
M, stabbing and murdering.
Mhm. Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah, he's a dick.
God damn.
All right, so I did the story because it was a listener's suggestion.
What?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It was suggested by Samantha Buckner from Facebook.
Oh, what up, Samantha?
What's up, baby? And so she actually said that her dad was really good friends with the father of the daughter that this had happened to. I don't know if it was
The father of the daughter.
that this had happened to.
Who is that? Kanara? Or
Either
Kristen?
Kanara or Kristen.
Oh,
I
just
don't
one
know.
of them.
Yeah, I don't know which one, but I should have asked.
God, that's fucking awful.
Yeah, so she, like, her dad was really good friends with the other dad.
Oh.
And I guess it, like, they met after the murder and everything, but isn't that fucking
God.
crazy? I'd never heard of this one. So anyway,
No,
Samantha,
neither did I.
thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah, thanks.
And we have more listener suggestions that we have to do.
Yes.
Like Jackie Lee, I got yours, and I looked up one, and it made me really sad, and so I didn't want to do it that week, and now I have to go back and re-research it.
and get sad all over again. So you
Yeah.
can make me sad.
I just had to be in the right frame of mind. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you're researching this shit, you could really fuck yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah. I kept doing that where I would read and be like, oh, this is a pretty good one. And then it'd be like, here's a child. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Stacey will be mad at me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, so thanks, Samantha.
Yeah, way to fucking bring us all down.
Thanks for the suggestions. If anybody else has suggestions, you let us know, and we will look into them. If there's enough information, we'll fucking cover them.
Heck yeah, we will.
That's the key. Enough information.
Yeah.
While we're here, we might as well give fucking shout-outs to our peeps.
Oh, while we're here,
While we're here.
while we're still in this room,
While we're talking about Samantha.
while we're talking about listeners who listen to us.
Let's talk about some other listeners who listen to us. Shout out to Pennywise on Acid Makeup.
Oh, shit.
And Sarah Langa. And obviously Jackie Lee, who has the flu, or she had the flu, poor
Oh,
thing.
feel better.
And then obviously Queen Mary.
Girl, we
and
see
one
you
more.
seeing us.
One more from Twitter. It's a guy.
Whoa.
A guy likes us.
That's not our demographic.
Although we have thick Jizzy on our side too.
That's true.
Yeah, that's not our demographic.
That's not our general audience.
It's probably the bigger demographic than chicks, because chicks usually hate us.
Well, that's in person.
Yeah.
Chicks hate us in person.
That's true.
But once they get to know us, they like us.
That's true, because we're not assholes. We just look like bitches.
Yeah.
And Erin has fucking resting bitch face.
I
so.
can't help it because I can't see far.
I
So if I
know.
don't wear my glasses, I just squint at people, and apparently it looks like, ew, who the fuck is that?
That's right. God damn, I'm always having to, like, make up for it by being extra friendly.
Yeah, that's why you're the nicer one of us.
But I'm not, though. Anyway. Oh, the other person is Mac Brad. Mac Brad. From Twitter. What up? He says his significant other was like, dang, these girls cuss a lot. That's fucking true.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've considered working on it.
I haven't at all.
Not like for the podcast, just for life.
Yeah, well, when you have a kid, you, like, watch it. But when I'm around my friends and shit and the kid isn't around, I fucking cuss. It's part of me. It's my body. It's in my skin.
It is. It's just, it puts flavor in your words, you know?
Yeah, it's like I'm involved in this conversation.
Yeah, like, how good is that soup? It's good. Oh, it's fucking tits.
Yeah.
I don't think tits are a cuss, but, you know.
Yeah, it's just, like, frowned upon in public if you describe something as tits.
Yeah.
Which everybody loves tits.
I don't know a single person who doesn't like tits.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Wait, okay, so we have more shout-outs. Those were our Twitter shout-outs.
Oh, shoot.
Girl, we
People
blowing
seeing
up.
us this week.
They seeing us. They seeing us seeing them.
And you know what? We see you seeing us.
That's right, baby. So our Facebook shout-outs to, obviously, Samantha. Thanks for the awesome suggestion for the story. Honor Brooks. And, Kanika Coleman. Is she the one who sent us that card? The Christmas
Yeah.
card? Oh, my gosh, she's so sweet.
Oh my god, I
Kanika.
loved it. It made me so happy, and I still have it, and I think about it and read it all the time.
Oh, my God. It was, like, the most heartfelt, sweetest card.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, hey, girl.
Yeah. Hey, girl, hey. We love you.
Hey.
And then we got another awesome iTunes review from Fraudulent Kitten. Yep, they wrote
Kitten's
us.
fraudulent.
That kid.
That's not a kitten. That's a gerbil.
Do you think it's like a fake pussy? You know, like a
Yeah,
a
like a
fleshlight?
Probably.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
They just didn't want to be fake pussy or flashlight.
Those are probably taken.
I said flash. Flesh.
Yeah, just the other one.
A pocket pussy.
So thanks everybody for shouting us out. You guys are so awesome.
We love you. Keep the shout outs coming.
Yeah, we appreciate them. And Sarah Linga, don't think we don't see you seeing us.
Uh-huh. Blowing up our Twitter. We love it.
Heck yeah. It makes me so happy. Every time I see that it's like an actual message from a person or a tweet from a person, I'm like, people
Yeah.
like us?
I know. I love it. They're listening.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We appreciate you
Yeah.
so much.
If you haven't twatted at us yet, then you should at ISGD Podcast.
Or you can Facebook us at ISGD Podcast.
Uh-huh. You can check out our website at isgdpodcast.com.
Or you can email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or my favorite, which y'all haven't been doing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said y'all.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Channeling all of our southern listeners.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. And to snail mail us.
Oh, yeah, P.O. Box. Give it to him.
I will right now. P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
That's right.
That's it.
We want that snail mail.
That's
No. And merch. You can buy merch.
That's right. We've got some super sweet t-shirts and hoodies and ladies' tank tops.
Yep.
And that is at isgdpodcast.threadless.com.
Yes, you can find it on our website, too, if you go to merch. Yep, in the menu.
Know that if you buy our shit, you are helping to support and keep this bitch alive.
Yeah, help us upgrade some stuff. And
Yeah.
like we keep saying, we still have to figure out our fucking Patreon shit.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Buy some shit so Stacy can get a new chair.
Yeah. Fucking... Last week, we went to lunch the next day, so Saturday.
Yeah.
We went to lunch, and my back was bruised.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Bitching about it.
Yeah.
And I have all these fucking...
And she's pregnant. She needs a good chair.
Yeah, help the pregnant lady out. Buy a t-shirt so I can buy a chair. We barely get any money from those t-shirts, but just buy a t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt, and if enough of you buy a t-shirt, we can put together our own money, too, and then buy a chair. All right.
Okay, people. Until next week, when we tell you some more fucked up shit.
Miss you.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, Gator.
After a while, crocodile. And if you're all caught up on our podcast, stay tuned for a promo from Who's Your Homicide.
In 5, 4, 3.
Hey everybody, this is Danielle,
And this is Daniel.
And I'm Carla, and we are Who's Your Homicide?
a true crime podcast by Hoosiers for Hoosiers, or for anyone that doesn't know what a Hoosier is.
Whoa. I don't know what a Hoosier is. Do you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Great! We don't need to look anything up.
Go to Wikipedia and type in Alabama Hot Pocket,
No, don't do that.
and that'll tell you what a Hoosier is.
Just come listen to us. You'll find out.
Anyway, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is at Who's Your Homicide. You can also download any episode you prefer off of Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify.
We tell true crime stories with some random connection to our home state of Indiana, so come listen.
That's what she said.
For the love of God. And for honest to goodness,
Stay out of the corn!
Pretty good.